Okay, this will be an interesting one. A bit of a challenge, but it should come up looking a treat, I hope. It's not an easy one. A little bit challenging. Actually, we're going to make it a cool colour first, because the colour of this is a hot colour. Don't know how big we're going to make this. Going to start there. This user interface. Did you see that, folks? This is difficult. This is really bad commercial design by Konica fucking Minolta. They don't know how to make anything useful. I really like the old C353 control panel, or the old machines like that, or the C280. This is shit, and it shows. Anyway, get sick of dealing with the failures of big business like Konica Minolta. Anyway, what are we photocopying? We're photocopying a children's toy mask. You can see on the inside, it's quite elaborate. It's got a, so it's a children's mask. I think that side we're going to use. This side's got all that other strappy bit in it. But I'm trying to make this into something interesting. I think it's going to be a B6 size, so I'm going to have to make it a bit bigger. Looks like a Transformers mask or something similar. Something that children would like. Anyway, that looks really interesting. I do think maybe we might have to reduce it a bit on the, to make it a bit smaller than that. It looks a bit too big. Maybe we're just going to go to that size. It's probably too big, too small. Yeah, it's a bit too small. I do think we need to still enlarge it mainly on the horizontal. The vertical looks good. We're just going to enlarge it a bit on the horizontal for this mask. Yeah, this is definitely to be a little bit funny. Well, being a bit dark, humid. This is not a COVID mask. Huh. Sorry. I'm not a very funny sort of person, folks. Sometimes I do. Sometimes my jokes are a little bit dark. Speaking of masks, they're finally on Monday next week. As of this Thursday, the public transport, you don't have to wear a COVID mask anymore. So masks will just be strongly recommended, and we won't have to wear them on public transport, which is really nice. I'm really happy about that. In overall, I just hope I don't catch a cold or a flu. I've got to get vaccinated for that as well as COVID. I was meant to tell my doctor that, just remembered that I have to get a flu vax. But I look forward very much to the COVID vaccination being completed so that everyone has immunity and that the disease will die out. There won't be any more COVID. That would be really nice if there was no more COVID. It's such a horrible, fucked up pandemic. I look forward very much to it being a thing of the past. I think we got this mask looking good actually. It goes well with this feature. But I'm still going to wear my COVID mask on the bus tomorrow. It's still mandatory up until Monday, so I'm not going to break the law and get into trouble, end up with a $200 fine. So I'm just going to endure maybe one more bus ride or pair of bus rides with a COVID mask. I'll be so glad. It's just, I hate masks. I hate wearing something over my face, over my nose and my mouth. It's really hard to breathe. I think most people have that problem to a large extent. It's not just me or some people. Yeah, a lot of people go without masks on public transport when they know they shouldn't. They can get fined $200 for that non-compliance. I've never seen anyone get fined, however. Let's see how that looks. Anyway, that looks a real treat. I think now we can call this demo quits.